Oh, wait. Okay. Macedonia. Got it.
だっ
I
て
know
な、
who it
こ
is.
うでもしないと父さん勝ち目ないし。
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we're here with Fate Zero, Episode 2. Once again, we're speedballing this? That's not the word. Speedballing is a drug terminology. We are running our way through this to catch Justin up to where we were previous. So, Justin, how about you remind us what happened last time?
Before I do, I'm super tempted to just make this a whole drug reference while I do this, but I'm not going to. Um, yeah, last time we were introduced to a whole bunch of characters, and it was revealed that there is the I don't want to say a tournament, but a tournament sounds like the best way to describe from what we've seen.
They call it a thing. It's war. They say it's a war. So
Yeah,
never mind.
there is a active war that goes on once every 80 years.
60, I think. Once every
I
60
knew it was
years.
60 or 80.
Well, I mean, I think war does fit though because it's factional. It's just like
Yes,
that whole idea if you just chose a champion and the champion fights for you.
correct. So within this world, this war is actively fought over who gets to use the Holy Grail, from what I understand, or the Holy Grail, where it is finding it. In this first episode, there was a lot of setup. There was a lot of character introduction. There was a girl getting adopted or sold to somebody,
I think technically you consider it adoption
and
because
then being placed
if you
in
recall,
the bug room.
it was like obligation adoption that the
Yes,
one family has their historical alliance or something like that.
yes, that's exactly what it was. Um, then within that situation, that pulled somebody back, somebody into the fight who was actively saying they didn't want to do it. And the episode ended with the reveal of everyone summoning their sort of warrior. And so you had to get like an ancient relic.
My problem is that I'm forgetting the name of them. It's I want to say Avatar too, but that's not right either.
The Way
Um,
of Water?
it's well no, that's book one. Um, it'd be disingenuous to label all of Avatar off of book one.
Oh no, so I was going off of the movies about really tall blue skinned people.
Oh, well, I think the very first chapter of Avatar, The Last Airbender, is The Way of Water. But
That's real funny because the second James Cameron movie is The Way of Water.
well, I mean, I could be wrong. It could be like the Book of Water or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't remember. No. Oh, I mean, I was also laughing because you like skipped over so much when you went right to the end all of a sudden. Also, I guess technically that character is he wasn't fighting the desire to be in the Grail War. He was technically like a misfit kid in that he didn't have any real abilities or anything, so he was just kind of like a throwaway to the family that he represented.
Yep.
And he's like, "Well, I'll sacrifice everything to save that girl and become the warrior you want because they don't." I believe what he said in that episode was they weren't even going to try and fight this Grail War. They were going to set up for the next Grail War after by
Yes.
having this girl get all trained up in magic and then have a child who would then be even better at magic.
Yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, because remember, this episode was so long because it was the setup for everything. You didn't even mention the Eisenbergs. Remember the episode starts with the woman having a child, and the
Yes.
guy saying, "I'm going to be the death of you."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the mage killing guy that you said. Well, no, you didn't say that. You said the other guy who gets semicircled by two men was the main character.
I did.
Another person you didn't even mention, the main character, or whoever you think it is.
True.
He's
A lot
represented.
happened in the first episode.
Yeah, and he's represented by his father, who's a member of the church, who's going to oversee the Grail War as a neutral party, and here's where my memory's failing, some other guy who's clad in red, who I don't remember if they said what he represents. So,
I don't believe so.
but your main character guy is supposed to help that other guy win the Grail War. Oh, also that other guy, not that other guy, the guy you said was the main character already had a summon, which was an assassin.
You're right.
What else? Oh, you didn't mention the student at the school who steals his teacher's thing that he then uses to summon. Uh, we haven't determined what the name of the summons are because I can't remember.
No. No,
Maybe
no,
they're
then
maybe they're called
they
summons.
yeah, so we haven't determined the name of the summons, and other than one of them, we haven't determined the actual name of the specific summons that have been summoned.
Oh, actually, we have. You're probably talking about the one at the end, who we already know is Arthur Pendragon.
Correct. So
Yeah, but
Arthur Pendragon's name has been confirmed.
yeah, well, also the assassin that we saw literally called themselves Hassan.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is just going off of memory, by the way. So this is one of your rare instances of my memory working. Probably because I've seen this for the second time now, and it was so friggin' interesting for me that I at least remember this much. Um, Also, his teacher that he steals shit from, who puts the student in his place by telling us how the magic system is supposed to work in this world, which is to
Mhm.
say that you build up generations of inherited magic or learned magic, and this student was putting out that there was a different way that this could all work, and the teacher made fun of him basically out in the open entire classroom, which probably then led to the student stealing the thing, which just seemed
Yes,
like a red piece of
that's
cloth.
guaranteed what led to him being like, okay, I'll show you.
And I guess one last clarification to something that you said. You don't need an item to summon a summon.
Mhm.
Having an item allows you a greater chance of summoning a specific person.
Oh, okay.
Specifically the person that the thing is tied to, like Arthur Pendragon. They had the sheath. Whoever the kid summoned, the piece of cloth. I
Yeah.
I think the guy who had to step in for the bug thing had something too, but I don't know if they even said it. All they named it to cover more the fact that they were altering the spell to summon, more so than talking about the thing that they were summoning with. Because if you recall
I
that one, he says
don't.
we're adding two more lines to the spell to add the berserker effect.
Yes, so they talked about the effect added, but I don't think we got to actually see. Yes, we did. Because that's the one that I asked if it was Gilgamesh, and you said no, but
No, that was a
Gilgamesh.
different one.
Okay.
That was the kid with a piece of red cloth. He said, "Oh, I think that's Gilgamesh." Yeah,
Yes.
that's different from the other people that were adding text to their summoning thing. Because that was the old vampire dude and the guy who stepped in for the bug room.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I was explaining something. Um, if you don't have an item, it's basically what best aligns to your personality or goals. It's just randomly summoned for you.
Got it.
So if you want something specific, you bring something to it. Otherwise, you're getting whatever you get.
Understood.
Anything else you think I missed that you do remember?
No. Because I remember the broad strokes and you had specifics, so no.
The only reason I felt it was actually important to add to this one is because the first episode was the setup episode, so I really want you to go into this knowing as much as I think is either valuable or as much as I remember, I guess.
And that is appreciated.
All right, well, that said, I guess we just should go ahead and get down into it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
it's just $5 a month. But hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
And this is who you said was Gilgamesh.
バカシャッター破って出てくるなんて何考えてんだ。なんで入る時みたいに霊体化しないんだよ。
霊体のままではこれを持って歩けんではないか。そううろたえるでない。まるで盗っ人か何かのようではないか。
盗っ人じゃなくて何なんだよお前。
大いに違う。闇に紛れて逃げ去るのならヒップの矢と、外貨と共に立ち去るのならばそれは征服王の略奪だ。
チェこれでいいだろ。さあ消えろ。
The King of
今消えろ。
Conquerors.
さが消えろ。
お、では二運びは任せた。くれぐれも落とすなよ。
Remember, Arthur Pendragon's already been referred to as the King of
も
Knights.
うどうしてこうなるんだよ。
Got it.
Just to add, not clarification, I guess, just... I had a word in my head, now it's not coming to me, but... Also, there was no opening the first time around, huh?
There was not.
So I guess this is also your chance to see all the characters. And possibly a little bit of spoilers to what the summons are.
Even if there is, I don't think it'll affect me that much unless one is clearly noticeable.
Actually, I feel like this played at the end of the first episode.
I don't think so.
I want to say that yeah, no, this had to have played sometime last episode. Because it's in my recent memory now, and otherwise I'd be remembering it from a month ago. In which case it wouldn't feel as recent.
So far the summons we've seen are Hassan, that King of Conquerors guy, Arthur Pendragon,
And
another girl.
Saying anybody you can pull from the opening.
Yeah.
いや召喚に成功したってのになんで僕がこんな目に。大体何なんだよこの本は。お
戦の準備をすると言っただろう。戦に地図は必要不可欠だからな。おいボス、マケドニアとペルシャはどうだ。
なんだその態度は。僕はお前のマスト。
Remember, they all have tattoos that allow them to control these people.
ちゃんと契約も交わしたではないか。それよりかつての世の領土はどこかと聞いておるのだ。
この辺かな。
小さい。 あれだけ駆け回った大地がこの程度か。よいよい。 胸が高なる。では坊主、今我々がいるのはこの地図のどこなのだ？
ここだよ。
ほほう、丸い大地の反対側か。これまた痛快。これで戦の指針も固まったな。
Figured out who he is yet?
まずは世界を半周
No,
する。
I've not.
西へ、ひたすら西へ。通りがかった国は全て落としていく。そうやってマケドニアへ凱旋し
Problem is, that area of the world has had so many conquerors.
Yep.
心躍るであろ
お前何しに来たんだよ。聖杯戦争だろ。
Because of the Macedonia mention, I know it's not Hannibal.
う。聖杯といえば最初に問うておくべきだった。坊主、貴様はどう聖杯を使う？
なんだよ改まって。そんなこと聞いてどうする？
もし貴様もまた世界を取る気なら、すなわち世の旧敵ではないか。覇王は二人といらんからな。
世界征服なんて僕が望むのはな、ひとえに正当な評価だけだ。ついぞ僕の才能を認めなかった時計塔の連中に考えを改めさせることだ。
小さいわ。
If you don't remember, Clock Tower is the group that controls magic.
狭い。
Yes.
戦いにかける大網が己の沽券を示すことのみだと？貴様それでも世のマスターか？まったくもって嘆かわしい。そうまでして他人に畏敬されたいというのなら、
うわ、
貴様はまず聖杯の力であと30センチほど背丈を伸ばしてもらえ。
Oh, he really is from this era.
このだか
Yeah.
らサーバントの分際で思い知らせてやる。令女に告げる。聖杯の規律に従い、この者征服をイスカンダルに。
Iskander? That help you, eh?
落ち着けウェーバー。
I've heard the name, but I'm
サ
not
ーバントを強制
familiar.
的に操れるのはたったの3回。令女を全て失ったら僕はこいつを制御できなくな
Oh,
る。
I assure you, you know who this guy is.
聖杯さえ手に入るならそれで文句はない。その後でお前が何をしようと知らない。
ああもう聖杯はちゃんと世が
I guess also just remember that
随分自信があるみたい
not
だ
a
な。
lot of people know Arthur
お前何か
Pendragon.
賞賛はあるのか？
Everybody knows King Arthur.
つまり貴様は
Correct.
力が見たいと？
Why is that name so
お前
familiar?
を信用していいのかどうか証明してもらわないとな。
征服王イスカンダルがこの一団にて覇権を問う。はあ！
Oh, snap. That looks like a fight.
I said, do you wish to see my power?
That's cool.
オルディアス王がゼウス神に捧げた供物でな。世がライダーの座に据えられたのもきっとこいつの評判のせいであろう。聖杯が欲し
Okay,
いなら
offering to
さっさと
Zeus.
英霊の一人や
God
二人
damn, I'm gonna have to figure this out.
And Gordius didn't throw it all for you?
地図でも眺めて無料の慰め
No,
とする
and I don't know why.
まあ文句はあるまい。
King Gordius has a huge tie-in to this guy's
よーし、今日こそは絶対に負けないからね。
legend, I guess is the word I wanted to use. Sorry, I always get thrown how adorable this fucking little girl is.
見つけた。
Absolutely.
どこどこ？私見落としたりしてないの
I mean, the entire show starts with her being born.
今日1個目のくるみの冬目だ。選手点だな。
に。負けないもん。イリアム1個見つけた。
父さんも2個目を見つけたぞ。
えー、
いやいや、イリア。あの間は沢ぐるみと言ってたな。くるみの仲間なんだ。
Okay.
だからあれもくるみの冬目だ。ん
Oh, wait. Okay. Macedonia. Got it.
だっ
I
て
know
な、
who it
こ
is.
うでもしないと父さん勝ち目ないし。
そういうずるいことばっかりやって
It's
たら
Alexander the
キリチグ
Great.
と遊んであげないんだから。
King
そりゃ
Gordian.
困る。
The
ごめん
Gordian
ごめん。
knot. Do you
謝
not
るよ。
know?
もう
That's what clued it in.
するする。
よし、
Oh.
ならまた勝負してあげる。チャンピオンはいつでも挑戦を受けるのだ。
はい、光栄であります。お姫様。
高い高い。
何を見てるの？セイバー。外の森で五足女とキリツグが戯れていたもので。
I guess also just kind of get used to them being referred to as their classes.
意外だった？
'Cause, you know,
私のマスター
Alexander
は
or
もっと
Iskander
冷酷な人
is
物
the
だったという
writer.
印象があったので。
King Arthur here is Saber.
それは無理もないわよね。
Got it.
Assassin is
あれ
assassin.
がキリツグの素顔だというのなら、私はマスターからよほど不況を買ったのでしょうね。アイリスフィール、何も笑うことはないでしょう。
ごめんなさいね。召喚された時のことまだ気にしてるのかなと思って。
いささか。確かに私は男として振る舞っていましたが、何も二人揃ってあれほど驚くこともないでしょう。
そうは言ってもね、仕方がないのよ。あなたのアーサー王の伝説はあまりに有名なんだもの。
キリツグには私の正体が女であったがゆえに、
So yeah, it's essentially what you thought when you said,
でも
God, who was your first guess?
彼が腹を立てているとするなら、それは別の
Famous French,
別の
Joan of Arc.
yeah,
あの人は
it's been essentially a Joan of Arc situation that she's saying she passed herself off as a man anyway.
小さな女の子に
Yeah.
王という役目を押し付けてよしとした残酷な人たちに。
それは是非もないことでした。岩の剣を抜く時から私も覚悟を決めていた。
そんな風にあなたが運命を受け入れてしまったのが。
Look, they said the name of the show. Fate.
それは出過ぎた干渉だ。私
Now
の
the
時代
show's named Fate
私を
Zero.
含めた人間たちの判断について、そこまでとやかく言われる筋合いはない。
だから黙ってるのよ、あの人は。エミやキリツグとアルテ
Which
ミア
means
と
if
いう
you're waiting
英雄
for that, you're gonna have to wait for
どう
some
あって
sort of
も
weird
愛
connection of words.
Yeah.
That
Oh
would-
no, if I get Fate Zero, I'll also call that out.
That would make our fate zero. You know, some
Boom,
weird.
boom.
聖杯の力によって世界を救済したい。それがあなたとキリツグの願いでしたね。
ええ、私のはあの人の受け売りでしかないけれど。
私が聖杯に託す願いもまた同じです。この手で守りきれなかったブリテンを私は何としても救済したい。あなたとキリツグが目指すものは正しいと思います。誇って良い道だと。
So already introducing the common theme of you have what the people who are fighting the real war want to
次の
do,
勝負は
and then the summons still have their lingering thoughts.
そうだね。
Alexander wants to conquer the
お母
world.
様のお仕事
King
どれ
Arthur
くらい
wants
か
to
かるの？
save Britain.
いつ帰ってくる？
父さんは2週間もすれば戻ってくる。母さんはだいぶ先になると思うんだけど。
イリアもお母様から聞いたよ。長いお別れになるって。お母様はこれから
This girl is way too
ずっとイリア
cute.
のそばにいてくれるんだって。だから寂しくなんかないって夕べ寝る前
And
に
they've
教え
already
てくれたよ。
both told her that her mother's going to die in some weird way.
ずっとお母様と一緒なの。
そうか。なあ、イリア。
キリツグ、
イリアは待っていられるかい？お父さんが帰ってくるまで寂しくても我慢できるかい？ 父さんは約束する。必ず。すぐに帰ってくるって。
That's a moment.
満たせ満たせ満たして満
Oh, this guy.
たせ繰り返す度に4度
Okay.
ただ満たされる時を破却するだよな。満たせ満たせ満たして満たして満たせっと。はい、今度こそ5度ね。オッケー。
これまで起こった3件の殺害現場すべてに被害者の血で描かれた魔法陣と思われる謎の図柄が残されていたことが。
ちょっとハメを外しすぎちゃったかもな。
描かれた
Yeah.
一体何者なのか。本日は犯罪心理にお詳しい教授。
悪魔って本当にいると思うかい坊や。新聞や雑誌だとさ、よく俺のこと悪魔
Watching
呼ばわり
news
したり
reports
するんだよ
about
ね。
yourself.
でもそれってもし本物の悪魔がいたりしたらちょっとばっかり失礼な話だよね。そこんとこすっきりしなくてさ。チュースウリュウリュウノスケは悪魔でありますなんて名乗っちゃっていいもんかどうか。そしたらこんなもの見つけちゃってさ、うちの土蔵にあった古文書みたいなやつなんだけどさ、どうもうちのご先祖様悪魔を呼び出す研究をしてたみたいなんだよね。そしたらさ、本物の悪魔がいるのか確かめるしかないじゃん。でもね、万が一本当に悪魔とかが出てきちゃったらさ、何の準備もなくて茶飲み話だけってのも間抜けな話じゃん。だからね坊や、もし悪魔さんがお出まししたら一つ殺されてみてくれない？悪魔に殺されるのってどんなだろうね。貴重な体験。
Yo, this guy is psycho.
なんだこれ。
I mean, you already know he's a murderer.
It's true.
There's already a dead person in the room. That blood didn't come from nowhere. I think he's your first example of something being summoned with no thing.
Hmm.
と我を呼び我を求め、キャスターのクラスをよりしろに限界せしめた召喚者。
Okay, so caster.
そうは何者なるや。
ウリュウリュウノスケっす。
I'd also think it'd be weird if you actually figured out who this guy was from his
子
first
供とか
appearance.
若い女とか好きです。
よろしい。契約は成立しました。貴殿の求める聖杯は私もまた悲願とするところ。かの楽園の釜は必ずや我らの手にするところとなるでしょう。
聖杯？まあ、とりあえずお近づきにご一献どうですか？あれ、食べない？あ、すげえ！それ人間の皮でしょ？
クトゥルフムグルーナ。
That's the first thing that fucking threw me off. You know Cthulhu Fatagan, right?
Hmm. If I'm correct, that's everything that like the Call of Cthulhu stuff is based on, and all of the weird.
Well, I only know it's like a lyric in the summoning of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, Cthulhu Fatagan.
立てるかい？
I think the biggest clue has to be the book so far.
あそこの扉から部屋の外に出られる。一人で行けるね。
なあ、ちょっと。
恐怖というものには鮮度があります。怯えれば怯えるほどに感情とは死んでゆくものなのです。真の意味での恐怖とは性的な状態ではなく変化の動態。
I have one name popping into mind, but I don't think it's correct.
I'm willing to tell you who it's not, if you want to guess.
The name that pops in is Aleister Crowley, but I don't think that's accurate.
It's not him.
最高だ。超クールだよ、あんた。オーケーだ。聖杯だかなんだか知らないが、ともかく俺はあんたについていく。さあ殺そう。もっともっとクールな殺しっぷりで俺を見せてくれ。
龍之介と言いましたか。貴殿のような理解あるマスターを得られたのは幸先。
It's possible that they're doing that it's Quasimodo as well, but I doubt it.
No, still wrong.
そういえば俺まだあんたの名前聞いてない。
名前ですか。そうですね。この時代で通りの良い呼び名といえば。ではひとまず青ひげとでも名乗っておきましょう。
That's a hint. I love it. Me and Griffin had to cheat. We had to like research Bluebeard to figure out who he is.
Okay, he's clearly not a pirate.
Not a pirate.
早速だがお前にはこれから遠坂邸へ向かってもらおう。と申しますと、お前ならばあの遠坂邸の要塞のような魔術結界も恐るるに足りぬだろう。よろしいのですか。遠坂と清美とは同盟関係と聞いておりましたが。
It's something I didn't put together the first time I watched this
たとえア
scene.
ーチャーと対決する羽目になろうとも恐れる必要はない。三大騎士クラスのアーチャーを恐れる必要はないとおっしゃるとは。
The fact that he's ordering his assassin to attack his ally.
任せたぞ。
Yep.
But then again, if you know the name of this episode, then it makes sense.
抹殺し
I do not know the name of it.
Yeah, I think this is one of those where it flashes at the end of the episode, so.
So if they're going by classes, he mentioned Archer.
Yep. And down goes assassin.
様は俺を見るにあたわぬ。虫けらは虫けららしく、血だけを眺めながら死ね。
False opening. Name of the episode.
Got it.
Which I guess doesn't explain what just happens there, but I guess as time goes on, considering we're going to watch another couple episodes here, it'll explain why they just did what they did. Also, that was another summon, if you want to take a guess.
I have no idea on that one either.
Also, I guess technically the end credits are going to give you big old hints. So there's that guy. If you want to guess who he is now.
Is it Ramses?
Nope. There's a guy you've only seen in the opening, hasn't appeared in the show yet. Well, there's that other guy who you couldn't guess.
Okay.
Hey, and it's Assassin.
So, Bluebeard,
Guy that you actually
medieval setting.
technically you've seen summoned but haven't seen yet.
Yep.
And Saber. Or King Arthur. So the only thing I wanted to mention was that they said all of the summons have been summoned. I think they specifically said, and the last one to be summoned was Caster, which means all players are on the field. You just haven't seen them all yet. But as I said, I'd expect you to make a choice by the end of today, in which case we will have seen those other characters by then.
Got it.
I believe. Pretty sure. But yeah, no, I mean, you got your clues from the opening, you got your clues from the ending, and then you get your clues from what they say the first time you see them.
Yes.
And I guess I'll throw out one more clue, considering that you might not remember this from the beginning of the week. But you guessed that somebody was going to be here, and then I told you that you guessed the right name on the wrong person.
So if that's the case, I think the person under the tree was possibly Gilgamesh then.
The person under the tree, the one with the girl sitting on a tree branch and the guy
Yes,
sitting below
in
it?
the green.
Oh, wrong again.
Jesus.
Yeah, go figure. Guessing historical characters drawn in anime format could be hard.
Yeah, apparently.
Just I guess keep in mind that even though everybody in summoning is like a famous historical figure, famous kind of is deterministic, right? So there's people that are famous that I don't know. I mean, that applies to current era. People will tell me, how the fuck do you not know they're a famous TikTok person? I was like, I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. Same thing, I guess, applies to famous historical people that are regional, right? How do you not know? Well, I didn't grow up in.
So based off the setting, Caster is somebody who is historically English or French. Or early American, but I doubt that.
I mean, you saw them in the outro.
That's why I'm doubting early American.
Like I said, Griff and I basically cheated to figure out who they were. So, my way in is not coming from any point of authority. I would say that there are 2 summons that I have no idea from any historical context who they are without having looked them up first.
If anything, at the end of the day, I might look people up, but not now.
Yeah, I mean, preferably do it at the end of the day when at the point where we're already past these 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Because I think at that point, me and Griff had already then looked up, so it would put you at least on fair footing to my at least previous experience. Although I don't know if it's going to change anything for you, because I think they introduced the concepts of what these people are all about well before the point that we figured out their names. Well, I mean, the historical context of what they're all about. Although technically not with one of the guys. One of the guys gets like a special little insight background episode into it, but well after you would even think to look him up. So,
Got it.
I mean, other than that, though, how you feeling about the show so far?
So far, I like it. It's interesting what it's setting up, and clearly, a lot of the attention is going to be on the actual combat.
Okay. I'm sorry, I felt almost to correct for a moment, but again, we're gonna watch a couple more episodes here, so I don't want to just like, no, this sort of thing. Let the show speak for itself right now. My only other worry then was because I believe when we finished the first episode, you had a real concern that if the show kind of went in a different way, it would be meh to you, I believe were your words.
Yes.
I don't know what the meh direction was, but clearly I guess it's not going in that direction.
No, I don't think it is.
Well, that's good to know. Any other thoughts you want to leave people with before we move on?
No.
Okay.
No, I think we're still in the early setup stage.
All right then. Well, that said, that's us for today then. I have been Theta. This has been Justin. We've been Stone-Faced Reactions, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?